Hello. This right here is a YuanCon pop-in controller. I just received this yesterday and we're gonna unbox it today. I ordered this around late November 2022. Received it here in December. This is a redesign of Yuan's first pop-in controller. They first sold it around late 2018 and then produced it until about early 2020 when they stopped selling it. So it's hasn't been on sale anytime in between then, so it's been a few years now. So with this one coming out again and a new Dow one coming out, I figured I'd get both of them and compare the two. This will also be my first time getting to see a Yuan pop-in controller in person. So since I haven't really seen one in person, I've looked up some stuff beforehand to try to note the differences between this new one and the one that came out before. I guess I'll note those as I open it up. I think that's a good summary before we start opening it up. Good introduction. Alright, let's get into it. Trying to cut this without using the blade. There we go. So yeah, there's the inside of the box. No, I was looking at. Okay, so it just slides out. I was noticing in the one of the only YuanCon pop-in videos on YouTube is that there was some foam that would come out of the side and then the controller just slide right out, but it looks like all of this is surrounding it, and we'll just slide it out. Let's see, which one's the top? Okay, I got the top. I see it. Oh, I'm actually looking at the bottom of it. Alright. There it is on the foam. So let's see. Let's take a look at what these parts are. So I guess I'll take the foam off first. Show off the controller. There it is. Yeah, and they got the clear buttons on this again. I got a little spot right here. Not sure what that is. Yeah, I'm feeling this, and this feels much heavier than my Dow. Instead of this controller, I've been using a DGA Dow controller, or most people identify them as Gamo 2 now. I've had my pop-in controller since 2017. And yeah, like, I have a pretty easy time, like, trying to, like, pick my dowel up, even though it's, like, feels... I thought it was going to be heavy, but this is like, really, really heavy to me. I don't know, let me pick up my dowel. You know, like, yeah, this takes way more effort. So let me get it out from the foam. Just put it on the desk. Foam on the floor, there we go. Wish I had a scale on me so I could weigh this. So here's the controller. The button's got clear rings around it, kind of like the last run of these did. Actually thought they would be black looking at the photos that came up. So what I got, the parts we got here, this is the USB-C cable. It said it was 2 meters. So it's USB-C to USB-A. The previous run of the controller used USB Type B. So this is new for this one. I saw the USB-C port on the side, so it still plugs in from the right, but compared to the last controller, the buttons are on the, for start and select, are on the left here, instead of the right, like the old controller. Alright, and then the next thing we have here is a screwdriver. I got switches around. It's got a flathead side, and then there's also a Phillips head side. Take a look at it again. Like, the Phillips head should be here for the screws, but I'm not sure what you'd use the flathead for with this controller, if anything. I guess we'll find out. Or, oh yeah, you know, that could be handy in getting the wires off when we open this up. Let's see, and then there's some other stuff here too. We got a few extra LEDs in these plastic casings here. And then this looks like another replacement USB-C board for the side. That's interesting to see that in here. Yeah, and as I'm like trying to show these parts off, I'm like trying to keep them in the shot. So now that I've looked all over all those parts here, get everything out of the box. But yeah, I'm gonna like put that foam on again because I do like that this is has like circles cut out for the buttons like this. On the dowel, it's just like this rail thing right here, and I like keeping this top part for turning it over and when like, looking at my controller, because I like, because when I did it the first time with it, like I didn't like the buttons just pressing aimlessly, or I didn't want to put too much wear on them. So I guess before I open it up, I'll like take a look around the sides. If this will focus, please. Hello. There we go. Alright, so this is the bottom of the controller. This up. This is the left side here. These are circular buttons. Here is the back side. Nothing there. Let's see, I'll bring it around to the right side. Little notch in the middle is the USB-C port. And then, like, bring it around the back, even though there is nothing of note. So, yeah, we got the screws in here. Let's get it open. So there are 6 screws on the back here to take off. Alright, kind of having a hard time trying to keep this screwdriver in here, trying to get out the screws. Yeah, and since there's somebody watching this stream right now who owns one of the last gen Yuan controllers, if you notice any differences about the controller, be sure to point it out. So there's the inside of it. So I got this opened up. So I got the little board right here. Got all these ribbon cables in here. So I guess next what I'll do is take one of these buttons apart and take a look at the inside. So as far as like what buttons are in here, one thing I've saw that said they were Korean buttons. But as far as they look, they don't appear to be Sam Ducks. And the switches in this one are Umron V10 1A4s, so they're the really durable ones. But according to Yuan, these are only going to be in the first 100 controllers they put out, and then after that, they're going to use some brand of Chinese switches. I think the brand that got set in there was Gateron, but I couldn't find any information about what kind of micro switches like these they have. Like, I know they're like a keyboard switch brand or switch manufacturer. But yeah, I took out the green button here. It's like clear all around. Are these like the buttons that were in the last one? Trying to. But yeah, that's how that looks. Yeah, I'm wondering if I can like see any kind of lettering on it, but with like these buttons, they don't seem to have any. But yeah, this part's all clear. I find that interesting. So if I can get this in the shot. So here's the spring in here. It did say they were using 200-gram springs. I think in the YouTube review I watched, which was around, I think it was 2019 when it came out, they had 100-gram springs in there. But I do remember from like the very early runs of it, like early 2019, people had like some really light switches in there. Like somebody said they had a 25-gram switch in there after looking it up. So it was like really light switches. I think some really light springs were in there too, and like, so like when people were playing on it, like the switches would misfire because the buttons were not the buttons, the springs were so light. Put that back on. Oh yeah, I got my button wrench over here. Hey, it actually fits over it. That's good. Yeah, I got one of these button wrenches I use. It's like, I've had like SamWa buttons, SamDuck buttons, and both of those work with it, but I don't know if they work with the dowel buttons or not. Like the square buttons I still have in my dowel, this thing will not fit over it. Like the nut that goes over the button is too big. Yeah, I guess like one thing I'm noticing here as I'm putting this back together is that oh yeah, I gotta twist this in. One thing I'm noticing as I'm like reassembling this is that the switches are locked in horizontally. Usually on like pop-in cabs and the dowel controller, they're laid out vertically inside the controller. What am I doing wrong? Oh, I gotta get this all the way in. There we go. Yeah, I also want to like check the switch that is in these buttons too. Yeah, these are 100-gram switches. Cool. I like that. Yeah, when I got my dowel, the switches that were in the two buttons were both 15-gram Honeywell switches. So that's cool. Those are in there in case you're like traveling around and like something starts misfiring. You can just take one of these out of here and put it in. I don't know, what else should I say about what's in here? I guess I wanted to see like what type of LED it is in here, but looks like these are just like an LED they put in a plastic housing, so it doesn't look like a specific brand. That's fine. These look like white LEDs here, just looking at it, but just looking at one of the spares, but I guess when I finally hook this up to the computer, I'll see. Yeah, Pop-In Music Lively is almost out of maintenance, so I guess I'll get this closed back up and we'll hook it up in a few minutes. loosen these up again so I can like try to like line it up better. I got all these on tight as I can. Alright, I guess we're good. Flip this over. So got like the controller. Alright, so here in a moment, I'm going to stop for a few moments and set up this controller on my stand so we can test this out on Poppin' Music Lively. Yeah, before I do that, I do want to like point out some differences I see between this new controller and the first Yuan controller. I already pointed out that this uses USB-C instead of USB-B for the connection to the controller, and then the two buttons are on the left instead of the right. The acrylic is also different on this from on the original one. It looked like the acrylic went all the way to the corners. Well, on this one, it's kind of like the DJ DAO controller where the acrylic goes down like this. And to me, it kind of looks thicker than the other Yuan controller, but it doesn't look as thick as my DAO controller, but it's still pretty thick. So I got Poppin' Music Lively ready to start up. Let me go ahead and connect the controller on there. While we're waiting for it to load, this is currently in keyboard mode right now. So I still like got the keyboard keys mapped to this, so it just should work right out of the box from here on. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna end it here. I'll just have to like figure out why Poppin' Music Lively isn't starting. I don't think I've ever had that much trouble with it starting before. So for those of you who checked out the stream for me unboxing it, thank you. I hope I gave some useful information in there. I guess I thought I'd go at a faster pace with this, but it's been a while since I've done any sort of like public speaking thing like this in front of people, so I'm definitely nervous doing this, and like in preparing for this, I thought it'd be a few days until I get this controller, but then I saw I just got it yesterday, or just got delivered. So I basically spent the whole day like trying to like figure out what to do when unboxing this. So I guess in watching this, yeah, if you have any comments about it, just be sure to leave in the video. Next time I will be planning on getting the new Gamode 2 pop-in controller, the popoller. Supposedly the pre-orders for it are gonna happen either sometime this week or next week. They replied to some tweet on a Saturday saying they were going to do it next week. So be on the lookout for that if you want the Gamode 2 one. As of right now with this controller, it is out of stock, and I don't know when they're going to restock it, but yeah, if you know where I am on Discord, I'll like try to like send out something about it as soon as they're selling them again. Yeah, I wish I had some more time to like play test this on here so we could see if it holds up. So once I finally do get my hands on the popoller, I'll be sure to compare that to this one. That's the whole reason I've got this one in the first place. So if you're watching this on replay after I post this, be sure to look out for that. So I'll just end it right here. Thank you.